Shadrack Miti, KTN News.
Parliament has adopted the National Dialogue Committee, giving the Kalonzo Musyoka Kimani Ichung'wah-led committee the legal backing in the execution of its mandate. The committee is expected to submit a report to both the National Assembly and the Senate within 60 days. The talks will now commence tomorrow to discuss key issues that are divided in 5 clusters, as Grace Nganga reports.
It's now all systems go for the dialogue talks after Parliament sealed the approval of a motion for the establishment of a National Dialogue Committee to pave the way for talks between Kenya Kwanza and Azimio Coalition. Tuesday, senators mandated Kalonzo Musyoka and Kimani Ichung'wah to recommend constitutional and legal reform after dialogue and consensus reaching. This even as the motion opened the talks to the public by handing the bipartisan team room to receive views and submissions from Kenyans, professional bodies and other stakeholders. Moving the motion, Aaron Cheruiyot, the leader of majority, expressed Kenya Kwanza's side goodwill, urging members to adopt the motion that will iron the differences on the issues to be canvassed between the two rival coalitions.
It doesn't mean, Mr. Speaker, that for all the things that are on the table, we shall eventually agree. But at least there's nothing better, Mr. Speaker, than giving an ear to the person that holds a contrary view to whatever positions that you hold, Mr. Speaker.
Bwana Speaker, mazungumzo haya kulingana na hawa watu ambao wamechaguliwa watakuwa na uwezo wa kuweza kufaulu na kuweza kujadiliana na kukubaliana na yale ambayo yanaweza kuleta amani ndani ya Kenya.
And although the senators were in support of the motion, a section of the legislators allied to Kenya Kwanza poked holes in the dialogue committee.
They should not be the route to go as Kenya. I support the 10-member committee. I'm most happy that this report will be brought to this parliament, because I was afraid that there might be some handshakes in the corner of the streets after this dialogue.
And somebody is defeated. I think they should accept defeat. And this shenanigans of high cost of living, IEBC, we've been seeing this every year in and year out. What solutions are leaders bringing as far as cost of living is concerned?
Dialogue only comes, Mr. Speaker, when there is a problem, and those who also don't know, it is through those dialogues that we have a new constitution. This constitution which you are saying you support came because of dialogue.
The senators further said there is need to bring to an end calls for dialogue after every electioneering period, warning both political divide to stop issuing political statements that poses a threat to the ongoing talks. The committee, which is expected to officially begin talks Wednesday following the nod of Parliament, will report to the leadership of Kenya Kwanza and Azimio coalitions within 60 days and later submit its report to Parliament. The committee is expected to recommend appropriate legal and policy reforms on issues affecting Kenyans in line with the Constitution. The technical committee has agreed to cluster the issues of dialogue to 5 thematic areas down from 10, with Kenya Kwanza seemingly giving in to Azimio's demands for the inclusion of the thorny issue of high cost of living in the discussion. KTN News understands that the issues will be classified in 5 clusters: outstanding constitutional matters, which entails the cost of living, 2/3 gender rule, and national unity. The committee also agreed on the broader issues of the electoral justice that include the restructuring of the electoral agency and the audit of the 2022 presidential election. Issues of the entrenchment of the Constituency Development Fund, National Government Affirmative Action Fund, and Senate Oversight Fund will also be part of the talks. The creation of the office of the leader of the official opposition and the amendment of that of the Prime Cabinet Secretary in law were also retained, with the issue of entrenching party discipline adopted. Grace Nganga, KTN News, Nairobi.
Well, and that's all for KTN Newsline tonight. Thank you very much for watching the bulletin, and we wish you a lovely evening. My name is Eric Latif. Our sign language interpreter is Damien Evans. Good night.